Now that you have an export of the original database from the original site and you have a copy of that export, you can open that copy in a text editor. I'm going to open it in Notepad++, but you can open it in any text editor that has search replace functionality. When you're inside the database file, you need to look for entries that look like this: http://localhost/WordPress/. This is the type of entry that you now need to replace with a link to the new site. You should also scroll down and look to see if you have any other unspecified entries like this one that just says /WordPress/ and then WP content. Now you have to use a search replace function to replace both of these. But before you do anything, you need to know exactly what you are replacing. So if you go back to the browser, you'll remember I have my original site under localhost/WordPress. And my new site, if I go to the front end, is placed on a domain and maybe under a folder. So in my case, it's placed under morton.com/migration. So what I need to do is replace any entry that says localhost/WordPress with an entry that says morton.com/migration. I also need to replace any entry that just says /WordPress with just /migration. So I can do that using a search replace function. And here you'll see why it's so important that you use a copy of the export rather than the actual export, because if something goes wrong here and you're using the copy, you can just make another copy of the export and then do it again. Otherwise, you may have to re-export the whole file. So I'm gonna hit Control F on my keyboard to open Find, and here I'm gonna select Replace. In Find What, I'm gonna find http://localhost/WordPress, and I want to replace that with http:// and then my new site, and that is morton.com/migration. morton.com/migration. Now I want to replace all, so I'll click Replace All, and 312 occurrences were replaced. I can click OK, and now I'm going to do the same just for /WordPress. So I'll go in here and I say /WordPress should be changed to /migration. And you'll notice it's important that you start by doing a search replace for http://localhost/WordPress, and then afterwards do just the one with WordPress. Otherwise, you will lose a lot of the entries because you changed the full entry before you change the small one. So now I'm going to do another search replace for WordPress to be replaced with migration. Click Replace All. Another 349 occurrences were replaced. And now my database should be fixed. I can see it up here. It now says morton.com/migration. And when I scroll down, you'll also see here it says /migration/WP content. So it looks like everything is correct now. I'm going to resave this file. So I'll click File, Save As, and I will call this SWOT updated. Click Save. And now I should have the original exported file, my copy of the exported file, and the updated file that has these new entries in it. If everything went correct here, I should now be able to import this SWOT updated file into my new host.